We had a family relative that used to say that to my uncle Tom. She used to say, go in a direction. I don't know why it's blurry. Well, now it's not blurry, but it was, or maybe it's a little blurry. And it just could be that the sun's in the camera's frame. I don't know. There we go. Now we got, now it decided to cooperate. Know you're in the country when you see farm trucks trying to cross the road. I think it has something to do with that, with the fact that it's like the sun sitting over the eyes. The streaky stuff. No, it's not. It's just blurry. It's blurry, but of course the sun's right. When we turned that way, the sun wasn't like directly at the camera. It got ready, but we're not here to see all that. I guess you could see it clear. It's just my. It's so nice to see all the trees with leaves. Likes the summer and spring. So we're on our way. Christina has a doctor's appointment she wants us to go to. Sip some coffee. So again, I hope everybody's doing well. And, you know, we're just again so very thankful for our community. You guys are awesome. And we love you. I did come up with a song the other day, and it was it? Oh, it was called The Connection Girl. And I thought I'll release that soon. I thought that's what I am. I connect people. I try to connect people. I attempt to connect people. There's not very much clouds in the sky. I don't have to look and see in a minute. See what temperature it is. Let's see, what's the temperature today? Oh my god. That's good. Something different. Where exactly at? Of course, I'm using this phone, so I don't know where everything is. It's on the screen down at the bottom. Yeah. It's 50 degrees. But what does it feel like? It feels like 44. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's when it's 50 degrees and it feels like 35, then you're back. And it's supposed to be, it's not supposed to get windy till about 3 p.m., which is good. Yeah. Because at about 1 o'clock, it's supposed to be 67 degrees. So if we're outside doing this interview with David, it won't be so cold. It won't be so windy. It's supposed to get windy after that. As long as it does, I don't know if it's supposed to rain this week. As long as it doesn't rain on Friday, we're good. We're doing something special with Christine on Friday. What is on the schedule this week? So I can plan. We're gonna be doing a lot of soap caddies because I got to get ready for that next event. Icon. I'm fine. So Cinco de Mayo's tomorrow. So other Sam's Club will be doing on the 6th. So there won't be much. You have something happening on the 8th with Christina. And the 9th is when we can put out food for the yes. So really we don't have a lot going on this week. As far as anything, Josh may have a doctor's appointment if he can get into the doctor's, but he should go get checked out. I mean, to tell a doctor's appointment is good, but I can't listen to his chest. See if it's good. If anything, I mean, everything may be clear. No. Well, he said just a lot of this stuff is just draining down his throat. Yeah. And he said, there's not much they can do with it going down his throat. Thank you, mister. There's farm equipment on the side of the road, guys. You know you're in the farm country. See the farm equipment. At least tomorrow I don't have to get up and go anyplace. Yet. Well, that's Josh has to go. So I have to take the boating tomorrow. Yes. Yep. That stuff that you could go take the boating to don't necessarily have to go anyplace. No, it's not an appointment. No. You can just go whenever. We'll have to get milk. I did tell Josh that he should maybe back off because if you're having any kind of congestion or asthma, sometimes it can aggravate it. Yes. So, but he usually takes at nighttime. He can't take his pills with water. He has to take it with milk, or he has the protein drink. Ooh wee, ooh, ting ting, walla walla, bing bang. Y'all like that? I tried. I don't want to hear me say. All right, ask you. Oh, gas this gas. Oh. I try, guys. Maybe there's actually seems to be more trucks on 30 today than there was on 70. Just trying, mother, please go a different direction. Yes. The sun is in my eyes. I don't wanna go a different direction. There are appointments at 9 o'clock, so we're doing pretty good. I tried to do my best. Mom woke me up about 6 o'clock. I got up about 6:15. And of course I was trying to move, but we know this looks like a gas truck that looks like maybe a milk truck. Yeah, I don't think it's they look the same. Well, yeah, it looked like that. There's nothing that says Flint that I can read. Of course, the sun's in my eyes, so I can't see a dang on thing. Right. But anyway, but this whole I'm having to take little bitty breaks in my, I'm having to have like something to sit on because I get up and I walk a little bit, but then if I stand for too long, it starts having issues, and then I gotta sit. I said, "Mom, I'm doing my very best." Oh, Lord. Everybody just get off the road till we're at the location, and then everybody can get happy-go-lucky, especially because we're right in a row, and especially with what we're, then there's a little section where everybody goes crazy and it kind of condenses a little bit, and it's not my favorite part of the road. Oh, she's Swilliker. I used to get, well, just everybody just slow down. And why does this person have to ride your tail end? Don't we just love it? See, and I can't go anywhere. Oh. Got my hand up because in front of my face because the sun is so bright. Got to pass the 5 trucks just to get there. Oh, that's a nice cement truck. With the red, white, blue, ready for 4th of July. Yep. What I do for my loving daughter. Hands get tired. 4.2 miles. We can do this, guys. 4.2 miles before we're off of this. Oh, I was ever coming up here by myself, I'd be going the very, very back roads. So you could go 42 and get up here. No. A lot more turns. No, but Josh has gone away where you really just bypassing all of that. You're going like you're avoiding, and it's a very nice drive. I don't know what he does, but it's, yeah, because it's just a 2-lane road. But I said to myself, if I ever thought about ever coming up and trying it, I would probably go that way. That way I could take my time. I wouldn't take the 30 where I, get everybody upset. I just go slow. And if it took me 3 hours to get up, oh well. Need to pull off to the side of the road and take a breather, I could. Not that I'm going to do that anytime soon. I'm very limited, guys, when it comes to driving, unfortunately. Wish I wasn't, but I am. It is what it is. It's my life. And, you know. And I went to Orlando by myself. I used to go to Daytona with Christina by myself. Went to Daytona. Yes. Like 17 years old. Yeah. My boyfriend that he was going to college in Daytona or Orlando. He catch me in Orlando very much. I was talking to my aunt yesterday. She had people that are moving down to Florida. I said, why the heck would they do a thing like that? They said, well, there's no sales tax and there's other things. And they figured out that they're retiring and all this kind of stuff. I said, gravy. I said, but you couldn't pay me to move back to Florida. And I'm never gonna say never, but I said the traffic. The one thing that I did tell her, which was a suggestion, I guess they're moving a little bit kind of in the middle of the state. They'll be inland. I said, but there has been storms at certain times in areas in hurricanes, in the middle of the state. So I said, my biggest suggestion to them, and I used to kind of not poo-poo Josh about it, but I used to just think it was silliness until a hurricane hit, or until we had an impending hurricane on the way. And every year he used to go to the Sam's Club and get water, because we had a Sam's Club membership down south, or BJ's or whatever we had. And he used to go get water bottles. He used to get water bottles, and he used to get gallon things of water. And he used to get there was like maybe 6 gallons in a box and water bottles and everything. And he used to just sit there and say, okay, everybody, that is to be, he put it in the corner, and we didn't have a lot of room, but we put it behind a recliner that we had. And he said, no touch. It's off limits. You'd have enough water for Christina. You're supposed to have enough water, a certain amount of water for yourself. And we had Jordan, of course, for the pets, and enough water for everybody in the family. And he just sit there and say, okay, that water can't be used, because in Florida, the first thing to go when you're getting an impending storm is, oh, Coca-Cola is coming towards us, guys. Um, uh, the the first thing when a storm is hitting, she's going to go a different direction for a while. Thank goodness. When a storm is coming in the fray, the first thing that happens is everybody goes to the store, and the first thing to get off the shelf is the water.
Yes.
There's a car coming. My mother second eyes this direction.
Right. There's 3 coming this way. Now we'll clear this way, but that way.
We're clear. Now we're going, and thank goodness. Oh, oh, she's Williker, that son. So anyway, I used to poo-poo Josh about it. And but sure enough, when a storm was coming in, or it was a pending, or whatever it was, because my aunt said, well, why do you need the water? Just be I said, well, if you have the refrigerator and it runs on electricity, you can't use the water thing out of the filter. And I said, you really don't want to drink the water coming out of this tap, in case it does have any kind of issues with damage to the water lines or whatever it is. I said, you can't have a shower and all that kind of stuff. So I said, the piece of advice is, when hurricane season starts, go get enough water, bottled water and gallon water, and put it away. And then when the hurricane season was over, Josh would say, okay, now you can use the water. If we hadn't used it for hurricane season, you can use the water. So I'd use it in the coffee pot. We had one of those Brita filters at our place until we got a refrigerator. No, I don't know if we ever. Maybe we did. I can't remember if that refrigerator had that side by side had a water thing. It may have not, but anyway, we did at the time have a water thing that comes out of the refrigerator. So anyway, we ended up using it. I'd use it in the coffee pot. We drink the water bottles all the way until it was time to get more water, and he'd go to the store and he'd get more water, and everybody was kind of going a little nuts looking for water, and that's the first thing that clears the shelves. He just look and say, okay, I don't have to worry because we've got all our water here. So my biggest piece of advice to anybody in any kind of situation, Florida or anything where they're prone to hurricanes, go get the water at the beginning of the hurricane season, put it away, don't touch it until the hurricane season are over, and then you could just use it in different, things till it's done. And then when everybody's chasing the water train, you're not. Best piece of advice I can tell anybody.
Stock up. You can stock up on soups,
Canned foods, yes.
any kind of canned foods and things.
Yeah, there's packages of the tuna salad on the go are great, or chicken salad on the go are great. But my biggest piece of advice, and I used to just sit there, why are you doing that? But I was so thankful, because the number one complaint from everybody is the water storm and the gas lines. So if we had a storm coming in, he used to go to the the gas station and fill the tank because you have a line coming. A long line to sit there and wait in.
And then you might not get water.
And you may not get water and you may not get gas.
Well, and it's just that there's so many other things you gotta be doing, bringing in your plants and all of that kind of stuff.
Furniture and all that.
So that if you don't have to go to the store,
Yes.
unless you want to run in and get fresh stuff like fresh milk and eggs, so that you're stocked up that way.
And if you're in a flood zone or anything like that, please, if they're telling you to evacuate, I know that there's times where people have evacuated and for one reason or another, they didn't need to evacuate. They had to come back and it's a pain in the neck. Do it. If they think that there's a chance that the storm could come in, what have you, and you're in harm's way and you're in an evacuation zone, they're doing it because when things happen, and things are coming down the pike, you don't want to be sitting on the turnpike. Because of course, what they do is when things like that happen, if there's on the turnpike or whatever, they'll take the tolls away. But it's not worth it's not worth it. So listen to your people. They know what they're doing and they're not trying to cause you, any
Doesn't
issue.
happen every year.
Doesn't happen every year.
Sometimes it'll happen 2 years in a row and then you won't have any for a time.
But regardless of what happened, that was all hurricane season, going to get the water. I mean, that was just, and sometimes a couple days before hurricane season, he would go get it. He goes, I'm off to get the water for the hurricane season. And I go, oh, we don't need, and he just said, nope. And there was a lot of times we didn't need it, but there was times like Irma where we needed it and Wilma where no,
He
wasn't there for Wilma, but Irma was.
Yeah.
And we had our water and everybody else was trying to pull out water off the shelves. And didn't have to worry about it because
like this corner.
so if you're coming on in, say hello, hit #blessed in the chat so we can crochet that wonderful connection.
So hard to see because you're this way and the cards are.
Well, after the red card, looks like it's clear.
Yeah.
It's not a. Ooh-wee. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Sun. But it's getting higher and higher in the
Yes,
sky.
thank goodness.
It's not
in your face.
When you're heading west and the sun is going lower and lower, it's getting worse and worse as you go along instead of better and better.
It looks like they're starting to plant the crops. Crops are coming in.
When we get closer, you
I
can
will.
call her.
I
So
will.
she's ready and she's not like, wait 5 minutes.
She's still going to say that.
Well, I'm going to get there at 8:45 or somewhere around there. And it's a 20-minute drive to the doctor from her house. I want to get there at 8:30. So if she's right ready, then it'll be fine. It kind of gets close, but it's just
Let me. Letting her know. We're 20 minutes.
It's good.
19 minutes now. Oh. But we'll hit you all. Well, not hit you, but we'll, guys, connect. Thank you. Coffee is only about this much down. So I haven't had enough to get the brain awake yet. And I don't do well. Mom will tell you, I never did it in school. I'd have been more than happy if school was in the afternoon and evening. I'd have
Yes.
done so much better. What she had to do to get me up in the morning. I've never, ever, ever been a morning person. It's like ever. I was never one of those things. My dad hit the ground and he was up and he was ready to go. My mother, kind of the same way. My husband, the same way. When the light starts coming in, he's up. Me, no, I am not that person. Woo wee. There's some more
There's
fun.
two kinds of people in the morning. There's the springers and there's the
The
feelers.
Springers has never been me.
And a lot of times they're married to each other.
Yes. I've never been a Springer. I never will be a Springer.
I'm not a good morning person, but I've had to get up some times in my life at 4:45 in the morning. I just have to force myself to get up and do it.
Well, I mean, I've had to get up too, and I've done it.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm just,
went to work at 7:00 in the morning. for
I'm
years.
just not a morning person.
Yeah.
And I thought, and I was one who could stay awake till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. But I'm not somebody, and I did try it, and I failed miserably at it. To work overnight. I'm not an overnight kind of person. I can say this because we have a member of our family that works overnight, and I give that person a lot of credit because I know what it's like to work overnight. I know what that's like to have that schedule, but I have no, it wasn't for this girl. I think if I'd worked in an environment where I had other people to talk to and other people to have conversations with, and they're on the breaks up there, mother, just saying that.
Accelerating.
Other people to talk, I'm just letting you know, and that brake light's out.
Brake lights.
Other people to talk to and have conversations with, I think it'd have been a whole different thing, but I didn't. I didn't have that. So because of that, I didn't do an overnight kind of schedule very well, and I didn't handle it very well. I didn't find it. I was miserable. So I think again, if I'd had an environment where I'd had somebody to talk to and conversate, I mean, I couldn't stay awake for nothing. It was not my cup of tea. And so I give a lot of credit to the people that work graveyard shifts. It's not for this girl. I'm like, there's that dang on sun again. But I think what I'm going to do, and I have to figure out a pattern. I've kind of always done it or looked at it, but I think I'm going to try to find it. And it would have to be a cotton pattern because I may try to maybe get some cotton yarn and experiment with it. But I've always wanted to make crochet eye things. Now, understand that it wouldn't be as good as the ones you can buy on like Amazon because they have holes coming through them a little bit because it would just it would be that way unless you put a padding on the inside part, which this girl would not end up doing. But I've always wanted to do one and do the eye mask and crochet them. But because I thought, well, I'd like to see if that's something that down the road I'd like to be able to have offered. But I don't know. I've never found a pattern that I necessarily have totally liked. But we are going to start offering, and I will We will start offering, I've got to get the yarn for it, and right now it's not 30% off at the Hobby Lobby, so we only go when it's out with 30%. And Hobby Lobby is the only craft store we have in our area. There's no more Joann's, and I'm not driving to an hour away to the local Michael's. And Michael's yarn, I think can be very, very expensive. I have never really I haven't stepped into a Michael's in a long time. And I found Hobby Lobby to be the softest cotton yarn around, and I really like that for our soap caddies. But we are going to get the military colors for our soap caddies, where we're going to do navy. The U.S. Navy is navy and gold, and then the Army is red and gold, and the
Isn't that the
no, Marines is red and gold. Army is black and gold. Coast Guard is red, white, and blue, which I have to kind of change so that it looks different from our patriotic soap caddy. The Air Force was royal blue and gold.
Yes.
And there's somebody, yeah, it was a Marine, but they have something called royal blue. That's what I would have to use because, yeah, they don't have anything. That's the closest to the color. Marines, Navy, Army, Coast Guard, Air Force.
We have the Space Force, but
I'm not going to the Space
well,
Force.
it's relatively new. There
Yeah.
aren't too many.
So the Army is black and gold, Navy is navy and gold, Marines is red and gold, Coast Guard is yellow and or red, white, and blue, and then or blue, white, and red, I believe, and then the Air Force is like a royal or marine blue. But the closest thing that Hobby Lobby would have would be royal blue as far as that. So that's probably what I would use as closest to that. All of them said that you could use yellow or gold as a secondary color, and I would probably use the gold versus the yellow, and with a strip of white. So we're going to offer. We've got the patriotic soap caddies, which are the color of the flag. We're also going to offer branches of service for the soap caddies. And what I want to do is make them and keep each branch of service always in my purse, because I do run into people that have served in our country, and I'd like to be able to pull out their branch of service and hand them, whatever it is. So if I have them in my purse or I have some in the car, I can make that happen. If I did, because
Make it stuff before we get.
I don't have to right now. I figure I can use it when I go to the doctor. I have to.
Truck. Go faster, but then I'll end up in that truck. Ask anybody.
My choo-choos, thank you. I don't do well with passing either, guys.
No, I don't. This is absolutely
And it's not I mean, even you,
these kind of roads,
you can
and
pass.
many curves, you just don't
Yep.
pass to see what's up.
Exactly. People are in a rush today. Rush, rush, rush.
Yes.
Here, rush, rush, rush here. It's a beautiful drive through the country.
Yes, it is.
Here's that dang on sun.
It's really big.
Well, it's a beautiful sun if it wasn't in your eyes.
Well, if you could use your visor.
Yes, if I could use my visor, it would help. If I had to use my hand as my visor.
I'll have to bring the brim tack.
Oh, good night. Really? I can't use you. You're broken. It's
from the dollar store.
those weren't from the dollar store.
I just bought them when I was going to get the price done.
It's fine. The thing is over there now.
need the sun.
Well, we need the sun. I just prefer it not in my eyes. That's all. I have no problem with the sun. I have no problem with it.
She ever look at your text?
I know.
She doesn't always look at the texts, so sometimes she didn't look at the text. You're ready to go. Tell her to be here in 10 minutes. She needs to be ready. Wait.
So I might have to get off here in a few minutes. I'll let you see this drive through here.
So pretty, especially now
Yeah.
that there's leaves on the trees. It's not bearing and all around for winter.
Winter. At least we don't have to wait in a year for that. And Florida doesn't really have something called winter, even though it does.
Once you live there for more than a year or two, you begin to see the difference in the seasons. I know when I first moved there, I couldn't tell a difference, but
It was hot.
it just seemed like it was hot all year. And once the humidity goes away, there is a quote unquote winter there.
Kind of, sort of, somewhat.
I grew to love it. I didn't like it when I first moved there, but I eventually grew to love it. I loved growing things there. It grows well.
I don't have a green thumb. I did not inherit that at all.
And you work for Steve. Thank you. Steve, I think Steve gets dies.
Not everything, but
But I mean,
plant wise,
every plant she's
every plant she has, she turns over to
keeps
you.
fish alive.
Yes.
Her plants, she just forgets to water them for days and days on end.
Well, it's not that she has 300,000
No,
things
she's
happen.
working 3 part-time jobs.
Yes.
She's
She's got a lot
busy.
going on. So, guys, I'm going to head off here so I can give Christina a call, but we will be on later this afternoon on our way home. The sun will not be in our eyes. So, remember, guys, continue to keep watching. We really, really appreciate your help right now as we get back to the monetization route. We will get there and we will do it with the help of our community. So, with that being said, guys, remember what I always say, be proud of being yourself. Because let me start all over. Be proud of being you because everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And we'll see you this afternoon sometime. I don't know when. I can't schedule it because then I can't turn the orientation into this direction. So I don't have to sit on the phone the entire time. But if I can put up a community post, if I have an estimate of when we'll be heading back, I will let y'all know. Love y'all and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye, everybody. Have a good day.